Hey everyone, thank you for showing up to tune into Tarot for the week ahead for February 22nd through the 28th. That we're going to dig into the energy of the coming week. And overall, it's kind of a contemplative energy with a mix of some big decision making and some emotional stuff. So it'll be a dynamic week. Let's take a look. So for Monday, and by the way, when I was shuffling the deck, I didn't physically actually pull any of the cards for this week. They just flipped over as I was shuffling, so I took that as a cue that those were the cards that needed to come out for the week. So the first card that flipped over is the Queen of Swords. I guess I'll show you a little close-up action. So the Queen of Swords, anytime you get a swords card, it has to do with the mind and sort of mental activity. And the Queen of Swords has a great ability to make very quick decisions and not like vacillate between things. She can just like know what she wants, make the decision. She can be very clear-headed. She sort of detaches from any heart-based influence. And so her decisions are made with the mind and like a logical decision making, and not so much like how she feels emotionally, but she's able to make these decisions for her team or for herself in order to best move her agenda forward. So she's really good at that. So I feel like on Monday, we're going to have a clear mind and easily make decisions from the choices that lay before us. So that sounds like a good start to the week. And then on Tuesday, I didn't pull, but this card flipped over. It's the Eight of Cups reversed. And I did pull this card 3 weeks ago in the upright position. And so let me just explain what it means in the upright position. So the Eight of Cups does signify the walking away from something, a situation, an experience. And you can see these 8 cups here in the front are arranged in such a way to where it looks like there's one cup that's missing. And so you can kind of sometimes when you pull this card feel like there's something missing, or there's something a little bit off about a certain situation, or it's just like it doesn't quite align or support you in the way that you expected it to or desire it to. And so rather than take a closer look at those cups and rearrange them in a way that is more supportive, you just kind of dismiss it as, okay, this doesn't align with where my energy's heading, so I'm just gonna walk away. And so that happened a few weeks ago. And when I first pulled this card in the reversed position, what initially came into my head was, okay, maybe we are regretting walking away so quickly. Like it was kind of a hasty decision, and perhaps there is a way to kind of tweak the components so that, like I said, it is more supportive and more aligned with where the energy is going. Like somehow there's a way to balance it. But looking at the cards, well, for example, the card we just came from on Monday, the Queen of Swords, where she is approaching it's like bringing a clear-headed approach where you disconnect the heart-based influence and you look at the situation logically. And so logically, does this experience or does this situation add value to your life, or does it take away? Does it detract? Does it distract? And so it's kind of a contemplative card. Often the phrase that you'll hear with the Eight of Cups reversed is, should I stay or should I go? So you'll kind of be thinking about that on Tuesday. But I do feel with the Queen of Swords preceding this card that you're able to look at the situation with a clearer mind and make the decision, make a good decision, the best decision for your highest path moving forward without really the heart influencing the decision making at this time. So I think that's a good thing, but you will be kind of weighing and contemplating either how you can tweak the situation to make it work for you, or kind of come to a point where you accept that it's not going to be for your best, for your best self. It's not going to fully align with your future, and you'll be able to once and for all just really let it go and bring some closure to that. So either way, I think it'll be good and tough, but good. It's important, I guess. It'll be an important decision. So that's the Eight of Cups reversed. The next card that flipped over is the Temperance card. And I also pulled this card 3 weeks ago, and I believe it was actually in the same position. It like followed the Eight of Cups. So when the Temperance card has to do with balance and moderation and about harmony. And the way I described it in the reading from a few weeks ago is I kind of described it as like a recipe for life. So it's a situation where you look at all the components of your life and what you want to create, and you want to kind of remix some of the ingredients and some of the components that allow you to flourish in the best possible way for yourself right now and how you're showing up today. So you may need to remove some of those elements or some of those ingredients. You may need to add some things. You may need to replace some things. So it's kind of like this idea of going back to the kitchen and tinkering with the ingredients so that you can create the recipe that is, most aligned and supportive for you. And I think I wrote in the description something like, you are the chef of your own, like of your life's recipe or something. You are the chef of your life's recipe. So make it a good one. So the way I think this ties in with the previous cards is that whatever decision you come to on Tuesday about whether you're walking away from that previous experience or trying to work it out, on Wednesday you're going to be thinking about how it fits into your life recipe. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking, just based on the rest of the week, that we do decide to walk away from that situation, and then you look at your life and how your life can balance out without that part of it, without that situation that you walked away from as part of your life recipe. So you kind of have to, reevaluate things in your life. Yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. And then on Thursday, I flipped over the Seven of Pentacles, which is one of the cards we got last week. And just as a reminder, this card is all about success right around the corner. It's about receiving value, the value from your investments. You're reaping the rewards from your hard work. And so it's a productive card. And so, like, based on walking away from whatever situation you're dealing with on Tuesday and creating the life recipe that you want, I think it will lend itself to be ultimately very productive for us. And it'll allow us to be even more successful. Like, when you walk away from that situation, reevaluate your life recipe, it'll end up in a successful situation. So that is beautiful. So that's Thursday. And then Friday, I flipped over the King of Cups. The King of Cups is kind of a heavy card. Often it can have to do with emotional, like, instability, just feeling upset or overwhelmed, sometimes like anxiety issues and depression. And so it's possible that you're just kind of having an emotional flashback to whatever you're letting go on Tuesday, and really digging into those feelings. But on a lighter note, it also could suggest that you're just having a creative block. I mean, we got 2 cups reversed this week and no wands, which the wands indicates creativity. So yeah, you might be struggling with creativity this week. And that could potentially be what this 2 of cups reversed is on Friday, or just simply you having an emotional meltdown of some kind. Maybe it's your seasonal meltdown. I know I have like 1 per season. So maybe that's going to hit me on Friday, but we shall see. In any case, that is the Friday card. And then on Saturday, we've got the Judgment reverse, or no, Judgment upright. And this is all about hearing a higher calling and seeing, like getting clearer on your true purpose and destiny and answering the call, really. And so a lot of times when we get the Judgment card, it can indicate that we're going through a kind of a purging process of old wounds and regrets from the past. And those might be bubbling up, or we're processing them and letting them go finally, so that we can let go of our old self and move into our new kind of embody more of our higher self, and so that we can truly step into our higher destiny and higher calling. And so I'm thinking, if we are going through some kind of emotional turmoil on Friday, that we wake up from that on Saturday and we have like this new perspective, like a higher perspective, and we can see more clearly how we need to proceed forward and how beneficial walking away from that situation can actually be. So this is your Friday card, Judgment upright. I know I'm running out of space here. And then on Sunday, so that was Saturday card. And then on Sunday, I pulled, or rather flipped over, the 5 of Swords upright. And this can be a card of like hostility and anger. And the phrase that comes often with this card is, you might win the battle but lose the war. So it's possible that you might be angry over, I know I'm really clinging on to that situation that we walked away from, but you might be bringing some kind of anger or hostility up on Sunday and make some remarks that maybe are not the kindest. And however you might be winning the argument, you aren't really bringing any resolution to the situation. And so you could actually be pushing the person you're having this argument with further away. And so on Sunday, you do want to be kind of mindful of your propensity to be easily triggered and just try to like check yourself before you wreck yourself, that kind of vibe. So yeah, just tune into that. You might be a little like hot to trot on Sunday. So, but that is the week. I don't feel like that took too long. I went through it like that. So thank you for tuning in for the week ahead. And I will also be posting some like daily drips, I'm gonna call it, of each card of the day, so you kind of get it on the daily. So let me know if that's something you like, or you'd rather have the weekly forecast, or both. Comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you next week.